I think I speak for pigs everywhere when I say
WheezyWaiter.
You know, there's all these mantras. Oh god, no! Mantras! There's all these mantras about what we're supposed to care about if we want to be good life mongers. People who experience life. Anyway, I want to challenge these assumptions because I just like to mess with things. So here's my list of things that we're supposed to not care about, even though we should. Number 1, you're supposed to not care about what other people think. I know, everyone says you're supposed to not care about what other people think, but if that were true, then you wouldn't care about not caring about what other people think. As they say, you can't please everyone. It'll limit your confidence to achieve your goals. You should ignore the critics, unless the critics are saying you shouldn't be running around naked in a park or kicking puppies. Those were fake puppies. That was okay. You don't think so? Well, I don't care what you think. My point is, of course it's healthy to block out the judgments of others, but not for everything. Sometimes what others think is valid, like stop running in the park naked. The cops told me that, and I was like, I don't care what you think, and I went to jail. And then in jail, a guy was like, you better watch your back, and I'm like, I don't care what you think, and then I didn't watch my back, and he punched me in the back. But the same goes for some non-insane illegal stuff too, like if someone tells you you talk too loudly, maybe you talk too loudly. Or your art is offensive, maybe your art is offensive. Also, I make videos for a living, for people, so of course I care what people think. I'm constantly reading comments. I'm constantly gauging whether what I'm making is enjoyable to you all. I'm not gonna just pander. I'm not gonna be a pander pants, but I do care. I think the advice to not care what people think is good for people if they have trouble expressing themselves and they're afraid. Or for people who just mimic those around them just to be accepted. Or people who are avoiding saying risky but important things about hot button topics. Or hot topic buttons. Oh my gosh, I want that Blink-182 button so bad, but I'm worried about what people think. Number 2, you shouldn't care about money. It won't bring you happiness. It's an empty pursuit that will suck your soul, except you need it to survive. So again, there's a gray area here. You should care about money to a point because you need it for booze, or food or shelter, or whatever you're into. I think what people mean when they say you shouldn't care about money is you shouldn't make it your only pursuit. You shouldn't compromise your values for the dollar bills, y'all. Or the debit dog. Or the checks, child. God, I'm such a dork. I don't care what people think. And I think that's true. If you're gonna go after a monetary number, then what are you even doing even? However, if you're doing something that others like or can use, then there is a value to that, and you should be paid for it. For a long time, I hated dealing with money. I still do. I don't like taking people's money or paying people too much money. I do like making it rain, however. But the money plants never grow. I don't like it when money enters into anything I do aside from making it rain. But I've succumbed to the reality that it is necessary. Saying money won't bring you happiness is kind of a silly statement. One doesn't necessarily have to do with the other. Money is a utility. It's like saying heating your home won't bring you happiness. Maybe not, but it really suck without it. Number 3, we're not supposed to compare ourselves to others. I heard this quote a little while ago. I don't remember it exactly, so I'm just gonna say my own and attribute it to me. Stop comparing yourself to others, Dillweed. Compare yourself to your past self. Not time machine-wise, but you know what I mean, come on. Duh. And that's true. In order to not get down on ourselves, we should focus on how we've improved, not how we compare. However, for me, competition is kind of a motivator too. If that idiot Michael Jordan can jump, I can jump. Oh. I hurt my arm. I couldn't touch the ceiling because I hurt my arm. If that loser Rachel Ray can cook, I can cook. Sesame seed surprise. The surprise is, it's just sesame seeds. A deadbeat Oprah can make people cry in interviews. I can make people cry in interviews. Tell me your feelings. No. Tell me your feelings. Okay. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. There. So maybe it's healthy to compare ourselves to ourselves, but you can sometimes look to others for motivation. Do you agree? Do you agree? Part of my fake gun just fell. I mean, real gun. And 4, we shouldn't care about our appearance. Beauty is within, pretty in my own way. I have the beholder, hoobity-boo. Now, I honestly believe those are very healthy things to live by. And most of my life, I did not care much about how I looked. I didn't care about fashion at all. You wouldn't believe it though now, would you? Thank you, sexy clone. Okay, moving on. One thing I actually really hate is shopping for clothes. China, what's it like to shop with me? But the unfortunate reality that I have to remind myself is that I do have to care about my appearance, at least somewhat, because other people care about it. That's it. That's the only reason I care about it. I'd walk around in a jogging suit covered in Cheeto crumbs if society allowed it. Except for beards. I've always cared about beards. Wheezy Waiter. In my spare time, I'm still working on the old WheezyWaiter.com to make it look good and up to snuff, not that I care about what other people think. It's been easy to add updates and it works on any device thanks to Squarespace. This is not the case when I try to make the website myself. Its newest software, Squarespace 7, has beautiful design, it's easy to use, and there's a lot of new templates and such, and there's 24/7 support. I don't even have underwear that can do that, though I try. It's $8 a month and you get a free domain if you buy for a year. Start a trial with no credit card required, and if you decide to sign up, use the code below for 10% off your first purchase. And to let them know that, hey, Wheezy sent you. And who wouldn't want to be associated with me?